Hello gang, time for a little WandaVision final episode end of season recap review, and we get a chance to say see you next time for little Piglet who's going back to her London daddy today. So that's gonna be a heartbreaker. Speaking of heartbreakers, oh my goodness, the final episode of WandaVision. First of all, bravo Disney Plus, you're still nailing it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Not like earth-shaking, heart-wrenching, incredible, but really good. And like, I will take really good. This was excellent. The biggest gripe, as I said when I reviewed the first episode of WandaVision, that everyone has about the Marvel Universe, oh, it's all the same, it's all cookie cutter. They're all the same interchangeable movie. You know, directors can't be themselves. They have to conform to the same style. And then WandaVision comes along and just throws everything out the window, yet still fits inside that perfect MCU style. It was just masterfully done. So that's the whole season synopsis right there. I'm going to try and do this in about 5 minutes. I don't want to linger on for too long. The final episode, what a great wrap up. And at long last, I can admit, I'm Mephisto. Some of you called it. Well done. I was pulling the strings the whole time. Okay. There wasn't a Mephisto, and I didn't think there would be. I think a lot of folks, and it's so easy for me to say now that the season's over, I knew that the Vision would come back as a white Vision and that it would be Agatha all along. And also, I knew that there wouldn't be a Mephisto because it's just, you don't need it. It's an extra layer that maybe they can introduce later if they want to, but I'm still dubious that we'll even get a Mephisto, but we will see. I mean, Doctor Strange, Dormammu, all that kind of stuff, it does mean that these kind of, higher level beings are out there. So we could maybe get that at some point, but we didn't need it for this. Everything was just wrapped up absolutely perfectly. So, I mean, my favorite sort of part of that is the white Vision confrontation, because if you know me and you've seen some of my videos, I love evil doppelgangers. I love evil counterparts, or just like opposites, equal and opposite. And this, I got serious Logan vibes with the young Logan clone. You remember that? That God, Logan feels like a lifetime ago. But it was that same idea of the older, weaker version and his clone, his copy, who's just, psycho badass, no emotions, just programmed to do his job. Very similar vibes. But I love the resolution to that. And it was great watching the show and seeing like when Wanda was taking the bubble down and Vision and her kids were disappearing, and you were like, there's no happy ending to this. Like, she can't, this isn't going to end well, but they've planted so many seeds for what can come. It was beautiful. Vision's thought experiment. I love a good bit of philosophy. I love thought experiments. I'm blanking on the name of the ship philosophy question, but it's the most perfect example. If a ship has parts replaced and then is rebuilt, and the parts that were taken off are then refurbished and then rebuilt, which is the real one? Answer, they both are. I'm really glad they didn't do anything like super cheesy looking, like have the Visions literally phase into each other. That would have been like, it's a bit much. But they didn't need to, and they didn't, because they are good writers. They nailed it. It was simply a case of the WandaVision opening up the mind of the white one, and he's like, oh, I remember this now. And the question is, of course, can he really be our Vision without the Mind Stone? That's the question. Or is he just a synthezoid and that's it? But the whole reason why they managed to get him functioning was because he was powered by Wanda's magic. So there is Infinity Stone power inside him. There's Wanda power inside him. So we have definitely not seen the last of the white Vision. And that makes me so happy, because Paul Bettany is just wonderful. Before I go to the ending, because we're almost getting to 5 minutes now, Agatha Harkness, brilliant, wonderful, great antagonist, and I have no doubt we're going to be seeing her again as a Loki. She's a total Loki character who's like evil, but not really evil. She just wants things for herself and is very selfish, total Loki type. And the punishment of having her live out her life in this town, That was sublime. That was wonderful. Scarlet Witch comes out of this being likable as well, because I was worried they were going to paint her as a real villain because she was doing relatively villainous things throughout the show. But she could see what she's done and the pain that she's caused. And you can see that she is genuinely remorseful, because what a great performance by Elizabeth Olsen, showing all of that emotion. And the fact that at the end she made the ultimate sacrifice, sacrificing her children and Vision to bring everything back the way it should be, which, to be honest, like, you should do. I'm not going to give you points and rewards for doing the right thing, but it was still, she chose to do it, which was great. So that was fantastic. Wrapping up the whole Darcy, Jimmy Woo and the douchebag special agent guy thing, nice and quick. That was what we needed. We didn't need like a big thing. He didn't need to be Mephisto. It's fine. So yeah, just having him get rammed by the car and like have fun in prison. I'm not sure exactly what crimes he committed, because like FBI, SHIELD, CIA guys, they do all sorts of stuff. And I'm sure he could just be like, hey, I was just doing my job, you know? But either way, I don't think we're going to see him again. I think he's sort of one and done. But yeah, the kids were great. And of course, we haven't seen the last of the kids. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but that was the ending credits stinger, was that the souls of the children, something is still there. It's in her mind, in her astral form, because I'm guessing that was what we saw in the end credits scene was, you know, Wanda can literally split herself into her physical form and her astral form. So while her physical self was enjoying a cup of coffee in the big time, yeah, her astral self was boning up on all of her mystical, magical information. So that's cool. And that's like, in the comics, that has always been like a sign of massive power, when you can literally split yourself. Because even like Charles Xavier, he can go into the astral plane, but when he does, his body is just comatose. So if someone can split themselves, I remember like Onslaught did that, and everyone was like, whoa! Because it's like, okay, you physically separated yourselves into two mental beings now that are both autonomous of each other. That's impressive. So Scarlet Witch's power levels are huge, and maybe to depower her later, this little theory off the top of my head, she might give some of her power to the Vision or to her children to bring them back, and that might depower her a little bit, sort of level the playing field. Nerf her, as the kids might say, but who knows? I guess we'll find out more in Doctor Strange. So much good stuff coming up. Of course, we have Monica Rambeau as well. Spectrum, whatever code name she wants to go by. She got the post-credit scene with the Skrulls. My sister, who has not seen Captain Marvel or Spider-Man Far From Home, was like, who is this? I was like, they're Skrulls. They're good guys. She's going to go up to space. Of course, my sister was like, I don't want to go to space. I want to see more WandaVision. It's like, sorry, we're done now. It's Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier now. That was kind of funny to get someone so invested in Marvel and then be like, that's what it's like being a Marvel fan. Just gotta wait now. But yeah, I think I've covered all the main talking points. This was just wonderful. Slam dunk. Home run, whatever sporting analogy that I don't fully understand. It was all that. It was a hole-in-one strike. Fantastic. What did we get? 8 episodes in total? Each one of them absolutely perfect. The 2 setup episodes that alienated so many people were so vital for setting up this world. It was structured like a normal movie, but twice the size, if not more than twice the size. We're talking like Lord of the Rings sizes here. But therefore, if your first act is establishing what's what, then you need 2 episodes to do that. And it worked so well, petitioning everything out. Paul Bettany is just wonderful. Elizabeth Olsen, fantastic. Introducing Agatha, the little hints as to who she might be, or that something is afoot. The whole thing. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Wonderful. All right, we're approaching 10 minutes. That's my quick review of the WandaVision season finale and WandaVision as a whole. Also, just the special effects, the Vision Superman style fight in the sky, the magic powers, just everything so good. They have the budget and they used it, but they didn't use it to excess either. They kept it human and grounded. Oh, these guys are so good. And now we got a 2-week wait and then Falcon and Winter Soldier. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be so interesting to see something that's so much more grounded, more of, it feels like, hopefully kind of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the TV show, which would be phenomenal. I mean, I can't imagine it'll be as polished as that, because that was something quite special in and of itself. But it looks really good. It looks more like a buddy cop kind of thing as well, which I'm down for. But guys, that's a tight 10 minutes there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed WandaVision as much as I do. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.